Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, one and all. Welcome back to the New Galaxy Gamers channel, and welcome back to our Let's Learn Together series in Stationeers. We are doing part 3 of our power survival. We're going to need to grab some more stuff here. Let me just do that real quick. I know we need volatile. But I was told in the comments, and I wanted to check something. There we go. Okay. Anyway, good afternoon, good morning, all that good stuff. I hope you're all doing well, having a safe and wonderful week this week. It is a holiday week, so when this episode finds you, I do hope you're doing well. As you might have guessed, we're messing around with part 3 of our power testing here. And I'm doing miserably at it. Not anything new, right? Anyway, as I get my stuff pulled up, if you are new to the channel, welcome aboard. It's great to have you here hanging out with me today. If you are a returning member, welcome back to you as well. It's really awesome to have you all here hanging out, enjoying it. I hope you're all having a safe, wonderful, and successful Sorry, I'm just trying to pull up my cheat sheet here. Alright, so if you are new to the channel, welcome aboard. If you're a returning member, welcome back to you as well. Great to have you all here hanging out with me, all that good stuff. I hope you are doing well, having a safe, wonderful, and successful week this week. For those of you who are new to the channel, as usual, all usual disclaimers are in the description of the video. This is a pre-recorded episode, so if I have missed your comments or anything, please don't panic. I will see those comments and respond as quickly as I can. And this week's episode and next week's episode, because of the holiday weekends, the holiday vacation, will be pre-recorded. Okay, so I want to thank folks for their comments. Apparently we couldn't make the seal because I screwed up and made lead instead. I'm being funny, but it didn't come out funny. Alright. Anyway, so to make 4 steel, you need 3 iron and 1 coal. Okay. So if I put 12 iron...
Air tank critical.
crud. Wait, can I actually... Oh, it actually worked. Okay. Cool. It actually worked in there. Never tried it in when the thing was on the rover still. Anyway, or the lander. Anyway, one of the comments that I was given was that we were not making enough. We kept putting lead in. So I want to try it again. Do I have any iron, though, is the question. I want to try it again here, just to make sure that we're okay. And as you can tell, I am a little frizzle-frazzled today because of the holidays. So I am all a little frizzle-frazzled from that. Alright. So I need 3 iron. In order to make 4 steel, I need 3 iron. So it'll be 3, 12. Alright, so if I need 20 grams for the kilos. Let's try... Really getting sick and tired of manufacturers making cheap stuff. So 1 coal, I said, right? Yeah. 5 coal. Alright, let's see if this works. That should give us steel here.
Filter low.
Yeah. Stop harassing me about stuff that I can't solve right now. Where is... Alright, we need volatiles. So, it's not obviously making any steel. I put it in, of course I did see the degrees. temperature.
Waste tank critical.
Yeah. If it's not one thing, it's another. Alright, so come on, Volatile. I'm sorry if I seem a little off today, but this game, I have to say, this game does tend to annoy me. Because it's just so demanding early game that it's not that funny anymore. And quite honestly, I am getting sick and tired of that. Alright, so I know it's a 2-to-1 ratio. Oh, I need more oxide, don't I? It's just, you know, they've made this game, and I don't mind. Please don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I do not mind having to solve problems, having a challenge. I don't mind that at all. What I do mind, and people, I think, tend to make this mistake when assuming that, or when they see me say something. I'm not trying to say that you know, you should necessarily overhaul every single little thing about the game. I'm not saying that. When I play a game, I play a game to relax, right? I play a game to enjoy it. Not to... Not to, have to deal with all the nonsense challenges and be bombarded by them. And I kind of feel like this game kind of bombards you with those challenges early on. And that's what I was getting at, really. Because even if I account for the fact, which I'm sure some people probably think I don't, but even if I account for the fact that there are people out there that say the power mechanisms and logic in the game are fine, and for the most part they are, even if I take that into account, that still doesn't account for the fact that all of these challenges and everything are so demanding and force you to frustrate yourself early on. There's the lander. And maybe that's just me. Maybe it's just how I am. I don't like things that are I like to be eased into those challenges, and maybe that's part of the problem. I think if Stationeers could ease you in a little bit better to that, it probably would make for better. It probably would make for a better gameplay. Yeah, see, no steel. So, I hate to say this, folks, but it is not making steel. Okay, that should rise it up. Okay. Well. Wow. Woo, look at that. Hey guys, I just made it go boom. Well, holy crap. Look at the whole, wow. Okay. That was interesting. I knew that was going to happen too. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to have to create a boom counter. I think we're going to make this happen a few times. And we just, like, totally fucked up. Totally screwed up the entire base. Interestingly, it did not destroy anything, really. Huh. Okay. Well, this is now a problem. Okay, and I just saw it. Yeah, okay. Well, that's going to be a problem now, ain't it? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new Galaxy Gamers channel where we make things go boom. That was interesting, though. I gotta admit. That was actually interesting. It reminds me of the time I did that in,
Power low.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to get rid of those. That blows. angle grinder. So what is Regent, guys? That's a question I have. Well, back to the drawing board for the new Galaxy Gamers channel as they make the Mars base blow up. And I know I'm going to have a bunch of you guys laughing at me too. And that's okay. I'm actually laughing. Because actually, I kind of thought it was funny. Alright, well, we got a bit of a mess to clean up here. I can't believe I did that. Wait, did it actually make steel? No. It made iron ingot. Well, can't believe I just did that. Oh, might actually help if I use the right thing, right? What the heck am I trying to use my wire cutters on this for? Boy, I'm just having one of those days, aren't I, guys? Okay. Okay, so I'll change our battery out. Well, that was kind of interesting. That's actually kind of cool, though, too. Now, what the heck did I do with my wire cutters? Or my wrench? That was actually kind of cool. I gotta admit. Uh-oh.
Hydration critical.
Where's my water bottles? Okay, there we go. Well, we got a problem because we've lost the rent. Oh, and I took out our pipe vendor, too. Whoops. Well, ain't that a problem? Of course, you guys probably figured I was going to do that anyway. The one thing I am actually surprised of is that I didn't blow up the entire base doing that. But hey, you live, you learn, right? Oh, that's... So what the heck did I do with our... I am really lost now. I don't know what on earth I did with our, I don't know what I did with the wrench. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've had a little bit of a setback, which is kind of funny. That is so annoying. Kind of does remind me of when I screwed up my, Alright, let's go grab some iron real quick. Kind of reminds me of when I screwed everything up. In Space Engineers. Early on, I was trying to hook up a battery to something. I forget what it was. I was trying to install the base battery in Space Engineers, and of course, with Space Engineers, it's important to note that it's important to remember that in Space Engineers, we don't call it a station battery. We call it a base battery, or a large battery. And early on in the game, there was all kinds of things that would go wrong with power and everything, and things would explode when you placed them down, things like that. And that, that's something I expect to happen early on in the game. And, it did. I'm not gonna lie. Does it here too, right? So, That's okay. Anyway, I was hooking up something. I forget what it was. But I tried to be a bit cheeky, I guess, and was trying to be a little bit cheeky, and it blew up when I put it down. I think it was the battery, actually. Yeah, I think it was the large battery, large grid battery in Space Engineers. And anyway, that large battery ended up blowing up, causing the base to blow up. So, I'm like, all right, okay. And a friend of mine said, saw it, happened to see it, and he said, oh, you happen to like to make things go boom, do you? And I'm like, oh yeah, it's fun. So it's been a running joke, between my friends and I for a while. And I don't mind having that joke with y'all here. It was inevitable for me to cause something to explode here in Stationeers. It was inevitable. And that, at least I don't, the one thing they do seem to have done is they do seem to have limited the damage area. For explosions, which is interesting. Okay. Toss you in there. I think we're better off building a room or something so that we can start getting the stuff inside. So now I know there is a limit to how much heat pressure the furnace can take. So that's now good to know. So now we're going to have to get ourselves set back up here. But now we know what to do. Now I know what not to do, too. Note to self, be careful how much heat pressure, the furnace has. So the volatile to oxide ratio is 2-to-1, according to the wiki. So for every 2 volatile you put in, you have to put in 1 oxide. So that means if I put in 50 volatile, that means I have to put in 50 oxide. Or 25 oxide, rather. Can't believe I just did that, too. Ay, 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 ay. That was actually funny. Gotta admit. Alright, so this is what we call trial and error. I don't know what went wrong this time. I gotta figure out what Regent Mix is. What you use it for. Okay. And need to make plenty of these. So I have now allowed for an explosion of the furnace.
Power low.
I probably should have let it cool, the furnace just cool down and then start it over. That's probably the mistake I made. Well, hey, at least we're having fun doing it, right? And it gives you guys good entertainment. You get to have a good laugh at me causing things to explode. And I can see the tagline now. New Galaxy Gamers. Welcome to the New Galaxy Gamers channel where we make things explode. But yeah, I mean that's always going to be a gripe of mine is with games, and it's not just Stationeers, guys. Oh, I wonder why it split them. Okay. Go over here and get this fixed real quick. Okay.
Hunger caution.
Really? No, I'm gonna do it this way. Okay. Alright, so now it's not letting me do stacks of 50. Why? Do I need to make them... Alright, well... So after that little fiasco, I'm not able to do stacks of 50 for some reason. Weird. Okay. And window... Yes, I know I haven't put these together yet. We'll weld these up in a minute. Okay. Spin that around. Need one more steel frame. Or iron frame, rather. Man, we were so close to making steel, too. Now I just feel stupid. Hydraulic pipe bender. So anyway, yeah, so I would prefer a game. I do enjoy games where, yeah, there is challenge, but, you know, at least to ease people into that challenge. Not have to force them to listen to Power Low every 20 minutes or every 10 minutes. Things like that. I mean, that just gets annoying after a while. And when you make the mechanics a little too hard, especially in easy mode, that's just going to annoy people. Sorry to say it, it will. Hmm. Bring down my welder real quick. I need more iron sheet. I need more iron sheet. Power low because my suit powered because I'm wearing a very low power supply, very small battery. They call it a large battery cell, but it really isn't. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, I will make fun of things that just seem ridiculous. Just who I am, folks. I'm out of iron. That's okay. That should give me enough to get the floor done anyway. Okay, I can walk on the floor. That's all that really matters right now. Okay, we got some gold. That's good. All right, let's put in the upper windows here. So yeah, And it's easy for players that have played a game for a very long time to say, oh no, you don't really need to change anything. You just need to do this. But the reality is that's not always the case, folks. It doesn't always work like that. I wish it did, but you have to remember that how do I say this? What might work for you how do I say it? What might work for you might not for somebody else. And so, yeah, I had comments where people are saying, oh, no, you don't really need to change it. You don't need to overhaul it. Power's fine. The reality is, yeah, you don't necessarily need to overhaul it, and that's never what I was advocating for. So, people misunderstood that. All I was trying to point out is make it easier, ease people into the challenge. Ease people into the various challenges. Make the game a little bit easier for people to ease their way in as they start learning about what you have to do in Stationeers. That to me is a hurdle in this game. And if, I'd be telling people, well, if if people ask me, well, would you play this, would you recommend Stationeers? Oh, yeah. I would.
Power critical.
But, again, at the same time, I'm always going to say what I see could be better. Because I wouldn't be doing people a service if I didn't. So that's all I'm trying to get. Oh, there's my wrench. So that's all I was trying to get at, folks. The developers forgot to put a down directional for the jetpack, I see. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I won't go that far to say it was. Alright, let's put the windows in, then I can start bringing stuff inside. And yes, I do believe Europa would actually be even harder. Even in easy mode, so I have no illusions about that. All right, well, we got the area for the furnace cleaned up. That needs to just be repaired. And I do happen to know I can't put that through the... Yeah, I can't... I know how I can do it. I shall worry about that after. Okay. Bring me my wrench. Grab you. Walk straight in. So yeah, I'm not advocating folks for like massive overhauls or anything like that. I'm just trying to look at things from a common sense point of view for new players, that's all. Okay, got that in here. Took me a few runs to figure out that until somebody actually told me that the fuel tank was... Wow. It is already that time. All right. That went by quick today, ladies and gentlemen. If you heard that little bell, that's the alarm system, the timer system letting me know, hey, you're at that time. That helps me keep... That helps me keep things all legit for you guys. Let's just get this stuff in here, and then we'll carry on with this in part 4. Yeah, I think they forgot to put it down. I think they forgot to put the down directional there. Okay. 2 more to get. And I know you guys can say, well, why don't you just put those on the mounts? And I could, quite honestly. But for now, I think it's just important to get everything all safe and sound, then we can worry about it later.
Hunger critical.
Thank you. Yes. There we go.
Hunger caution.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go ahead and we'll leave it there for this episode. We'll go ahead and we'll leave it there for this episode. We now know what we're doing wrong. Thank you for those in the comments who commented about me putting lead in there. And yes, I didn't notice that I had put lead in there. I kept wondering why I kept seeing it in the last episode, but it is what it is. We now know that we got to be careful how much volatile and oxide we put in the furnace, because we've managed to make that go boom. So we'll clean that area up in the next episode and we'll give it another go. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please be sure to hit the like and the subscribe button. Smash that bell notification icon to let yourself know when the next video comes out. And be sure to share the link to the channel with your family, your friends, your colleagues, your coworkers, your pet kitty cat, pet puppy dog, pet parakeet, pet bunny rabbit, pet guinea pig. Maybe even a pet reindeer, for those of you that are celebrating the holidays. By sharing the link to the channel with others, it does help our wonderful channel grow, and it helps our wonderful community grow as well. And, yeah, for those of you celebrating the holidays, Christmas, New Year's, all that good stuff, I wish you a safe, wonderful, and successful holiday with your family and your friends, and I hope it is happy, and I hope to find you in the new year doing awesome. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you in the next episode. And don't worry about my rants. Sometimes I just go off on rants. But anyway, I will see you all in the next episode. It's hard to believe. This is the second to last episode before the new year. Happy gaming.